This probably not going to last more than a few seconds, and so fuck everything. Fuck everything. Well, I was going to get all prepared and everything. The point of this conversation is, I was just listening to Cara Burnett and earlier Alan Alda, and they were talking about improv. They're both improv artists. And I see the crying, the crying. Just happens. She was talking about you catch the quintessence of the person, behind. You just catch the reality of kind of what's going on. And I'm thinking there's an element of honesty there that you wouldn't otherwise have. So I want to make my own show. Maybe, I don't know. See, I'm thinking a series of speeches, or about the shit that I have learned and struggling through. I just started talking. Well, I speak best, as Carol Burnett would say, off the cuff. But also I speak worst off the cuff. So I guess there's always editing. I hate and I love editing. Well, yeah. You can become addicted to editing, and then that's your whole everything. It's amazing what you can do with editing. But so I'm thinking, maybe I can do like an improv thing, because the essence of my communication, I think the essence of the quintessence of what I would like to communicate to folks is straight up honesty. Just straight up honesty. Scary as things get, or ugly, or happy, sad. I think that and I guess this is what I'm thinking is that Alan Alda and Cara Burnett are compatriots. Came up at the same time, at a time when our country was different. And I'm thinking just recent, like 50s, 60s, 70s. Recent history. Aren't I pretty? I got a hat around here someplace. Put this on. I'll cover. Or do I look better now? And what I have to talk about is our country, and I don't know. I mean, I'm maybe just old enough maybe to begin to cop some of this bullshit. And they were successful because they were honest. Alan Alda and Cara Burnett get in front of the camera and actors, good actors, don't act. They become, or there's an element of themselves that becomes. I'm not an actor, so I don't know. But you can always tell when someone's faking it. And I'll just, a man like Donald Trump has been faking it since, the poor man was like 3 years old. He never had a chance to be a human being. And it just has recently occurred. I mean, like in the last couple hours, occurred to me that not only have the impoverished members of our community had their lives stolen from the rich, but so have the rich. The rich folks who think they're different, and unfortunately, it really gets into their heads. They become different. They become whacked, and then they think they're, oh, I'm Donald Trump. I'm gonna fix it all because I got a mouth. I don't know too many words. The frightening thing is that Americans, I want to say Americans put him into office, but what put him into office is an antiquated electoral process that nobody talks about. Nobody's talking about. I haven't heard anybody. Everybody wants to bitch about everything. Everybody wants to bitch about everything except for two things that only, in my mind, right now, right here today, matter. Except for why is Donald Trump president? If I were Donald Trump, the first thing I do when I got to be president, I'd say, okay, I am your president, and I will be your president, and nothing's to change that, and nothing. That's the way the system works. But there's something wrong. We have an antiquated electoral process. The electoral college. And the national debt. Nobody talks about national debt. Nobody cares about national debt. Everything's cool. We are happy, right? Are we not happy? We're happy. Rich are getting richer. The poor are getting poorer. And this is systemic. And I mean systemic. This is part of the system. This is the way things work, and it's designed by the elite, those that fancy themselves, and those that fancy themselves the folks in charge. Because who's kidding who? You got the cash, you're in charge, right? And the facts of the case are, you got the cash, you are in charge. It is still America, right? This is the United States of America. Y'all might be in charge, but you're not supposed to be. At some point, do y'all ask yourselves, are you just a rich asshole? Like Trump, who was a professional and successful thief, who doesn't just steal some cash off of guys, not a pickpocket. I'm not going to get into it. You steal people's livelihoods, hopes, dreams, shit like that. And what you steal is their God-given rights to be human beings, to strive for whatever reality, whatever that works out to be, to work towards that, and you take that from them. So y'all you have to ask yourselves: Are you just rich assholes or happy golfing, or is there an element in you somewhere that remains, that is American? American. That means freedom for all. Freedom for all. Freedom for fucking education. Which means, it's not, education isn't just about going to school. It's about going to a school where there are no guns. You don't have to worry about being beat up every morning before you have food in your belly before you. Maybe even you have two parents at home. Shit ain't right, man. I'm telling you. It's so anyway. And the only way to communicate this shit, and I don't know how to do it. I know nothing. I know nothing about this kind of thing. Videography, whatever. I'm holding this in my hand right now. Well, this is just a fucking phone. So I thought I would get honest with folks, and I don't know, maybe no one's gonna listen, and that's fine. But it's hard to be an American. It's hard. It's hard to be an American. And it's hard. It's hard to be. It's hard to be I tell you what's hard is to be a tall white man in America today. And I mean man. I mean the kind of man who doesn't carry a gun. Who doesn't have $1 million in the bank. Who knows how to read because he got in under the wire, and they aired, and by God, he happened to live in a neighborhood where they actually, well, I don't know, maybe they fucked me up somehow by infusing me with this idea, something about something these folks called our founding fathers said about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the experiment. The great experiment. Take a whole fucking continent. Take the continent. Fuck the Indians. Kill as many as you can. But take the continent. See what you can do with your experiment. Well, we got the continent now. And have I don't think it's white people's fault that 80% of Native Americans died because of disease. But I do believe we all, as Americans, all Americans, bear some responsibility for the conditions under which Native Americans live today. They're Americans, for God fucking sake. They're Americans before you were Americans. If you want to, So I'm upset, and just to get everything all straight, so you know where I'm coming from. I'm a total Reaganite man. I dig Reagan. And if you don't understand, the thing about Reagan was, and this is, it was about liberty and freedom, liberty and a man's, by which I mean a human, liberty to live his life as he chooses, as long as he's not fucking with other people. So anyway, yeah. Okay, there you go, off the cuff. Well, toss this one out. I don't know. This is my birthday. Well, I haven't slept in 3 days. I haven't slept in 3 days. Because I'm pissed off because y'all won't be Americans, man. My neighbors won't be Americans. And respect each other. And respect each other's rights. And my president, who works for me. The man works for me. He gets paid by me to do a job, not to be a dumb fuck. Come on, man, don't be a dumb fuck. But he's, Trump is disabled. He's flat out disabled. I mean, he has been fucked by his culture. Just as bad as my friend Trey, who spent 20 years in jail for some drug thing, and which is more than half his life. And he recently got out, and he doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue how to live. And he's here in the hood, selling drugs, doing drugs. No education, but I know. There is no doubt. The man is intelligent. The man is intelligent. And he wants to be free. He wants to be free. Trey does. He wants the freedom of things like inquisitiveness and the other things he's missed, being fucked up in jail because the man, and I'm talking about you, Donald fucking Trump, and your buddies, and the rest of the elite who have decided to take over my country. Y'all decided, folks like Trey, you can make a lot of cash off him. So you do. And you fuck his life. And that is anti-American. And didn't we fight a war about shit like this, 100-some years ago? Half a million children died. 500,000 children died. Because Abraham Lincoln didn't know how to run a goddamn war. Didn't know how to fire a dumbass fucking traitor general. Yeah. I can read and write. But I don't know if I can speak in front of you. Alright, stop. Stop.